Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for Hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
What do you bring to the table? Like, you want people to describe Kareem Lopez, the basketball player. What do you want to hear?
I feel like I'm just a winning player, you know, someone that's going to contribute to winning, a competitor, you know, a high IQ player, you know, someone that's going to play the right way. And yeah, like I said, like the first thing I said, just contribute to winning.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
For the sunshine, gotta own a day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another thrilling episode without Jessica Benson, unfortunately, of The Jessica Benson Show. I am CJ. I am still here. Jessica is still in Alaska, I'm assuming. I've got pictures of her feeding seals or something like that. I have actually no clue what she's doing, but I know what we're doing here today on the show. It's Theater Thursday. That's how we're going to end the show. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift's Emmy-nominated concert. We're going to also talk about Avatar Aang gets the official release date on Paramount+. We're going to talk about those things, plus a little bit more in that segment. In the third segment, we're going to preview the quarterfinals of the World Cup. We will also touch on a bunch of different sports stories, some WNBA news that we hadn't talked about yet this week. Candace Parker weighed in recently on where the WNBA players had Caitlin Clark ranked amongst guards. So we're going to talk about that, some LeBron stuff as well if we have time. So that's what's going to go on in that third segment. segment. In the second segment is Thursday. As always, Teresa Walker is going to join us. We'll get Teresa's thoughts on Summer League. We'll get Teresa's thoughts on what the Titans are. They're just about a month away from preseason football, so we'll get her thoughts on that. We might even dabble in a little Dolly Parton. Who knows? So we'll do that with Teresa. And in this first segment, we will talk about all things Grizzlies, get you guys ready for Vegas Summer League, talk about some off-season moves that the Grizzlies have made. Some of those moves were made official yesterday. We'll talk about that, give you our thoughts on that. And so, yeah, that's what the show is going to look like. Please be joined today by Rob Fisher, friend of the show, Rob Fisher. Rob, what's up, man?
Nothing. How are you doing, CJ?
I'm good. I'm
ready.
good.
I'm ready. Yesterday there was no World Cup.
Yeah.
There was no World Cup, and I was missing my World Cup.
Hold on, wait, Rob. I got to play the song for the people.
Okay. I know what song it is. 3, 2, and 1.
It's Rob Fisher, he's always ready to play. It's Rob Fisher, he's on the road, hooray. It's Rob Fisher, let's hear what he has to say. It's Rob Fisher, we hope he joins us today. Ready?
That's beautiful.
Welcome, Rob. All right, so no World Cup.
Hello again, everyone. Yeah, no World Cup yesterday.
No.
That was
It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird. It's weird that I'm so interested.
So invested. And from opening kickoff, right? From first match, who was first? Was it Mexico? Mexico was first. Mexico, South Africa. From the first match, been there for all of them. All of them. And no game yesterday threw me off as well.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I do this time of the year without the soccer?
and now there's no USA left.
No. But we knew that was going to happen.
The soccer is very similar to the Olympics. A sport that I don't watch, that suddenly every 4 years I get totally invested in. And it's the same every 4 years with the Olympics, or every 2 years, I guess, with the Olympics. I think to myself, I don't really care about swimming. I don't care about gymnastics throughout my whole year. And then all of a sudden they hit and they come and you're in it. You're in it. You're in it as a country. You're in it to believe. And now we're all disappointed, and it's the same old stuff that we do every 4 years.
The difference in the Olympics and soccer in the World Cup, and I talked about this with somebody.
Is that we have no chance to win?
One, but two, Olympics is a bunch of sports that nobody, let's be honest, nobody cares about except for once every 4 years.
Right.
Soccer, the world cares about soccer constantly, and we don't care about it but once every 4 years. And that's only if we get in. If we don't get in, we're like, yeah, okay, why would we even be watching this? What is the point?
And then we have the goal to single out individual players for not doing what they're supposed to do, despite the fact I haven't seen this team play until now.
Pulisic didn't do what he was supposed to do. And we cheated to get Balogun on the field, and he let us down also.
Yeah.
Right? So, that's American sports, baby. That's USA in a nutshell. This dude who I think is supposed to do blah, having seen very little of what he's actually done throughout his career. Damn it, I think he's underperformed, and so I'm going to let the whole world know that guy sucks.
Yeah, and all the former soccer players all hating on each other.
That's good stuff.
It's amazing.
That's good stuff.
Between the soccer players hating on each other, Caitlin being hated on, the WNBA being hated on, those two things just fill up my timeline to where I'm like, Eric Winalda, for some reason, follows me. Mm-hmm. He must have gone on to follow everybody kind of thing, you know? And so I follow him back. He just hates Landon Donovan, hates the U.S. team. It was so much better when he played. And it's like,
but you guys weren't good when you played.
You didn't do anything either.
You didn't get out of the round of 16 either.
No.
Wait, did they? Didn't one team get to the round of 8?
2002.
Yeah. They got to the round 8.
Yeah.
So they got to the quarterfinals. But that's just one more game. What are you talking about?
Right. And this year there were more teams, so you had to win more games. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Rob, you've been up here hosting. GCM has Summer League coverage, game coverage on this here network. So 3 Salt Lake City games. We'll also have the Vegas Summer League games on this here network. You've been up here hosting the pre and halftime show. What have you liked about the Grizzlies Summer League so far, man?
Cam Boozer. I think that's the easy answer. He's been great. I mean, he's been what you want him to be, and he's shown a little bit of everything in his bag so far. You know, his passing ability, his ability to catch the ball and be in the post and make a move and to get a basket. I think he's been really good. I've enjoyed watching him. I don't know who else. Omax was fine. Omax was great first couple of games. Javon Small played fine. Who else or do we even know? Who else is worthy?
I think you named them all. I don't, Rob. I don't want to, you know, but this isn't my jam, man.
Let's see.
But I think from all the players you've named, that's it. Taylor Hendricks.
Yeah.
The one game, the one half?
The one half. He was really good. Then he played Atlanta the other night. Had 11 points, played 28 minutes, but was 3 of 14 shooting. So that kind of
it's summer league. Taylor Hendricks should not be taking 14 shots in a regular
starting next
season
to
game.
Tyler Burton, Lawson Lovering, Brandon Housen, and Justin Porter. Can you tell me about those four?
You know, Rob, you know that I can't. You know that I can't.
So,
you know it.
So it's been fine. Cedric Coward's been just okay, and that's the one thing.
Is that something that's been concerning?
I don't think there's anything really. The only thing that's concerning during the summer league is if you struggle, you just struggle, and I think he's had a couple of rough shooting nights. I want to see the game in Vegas where Cedric Coward is the best player on the floor.
What does Cedric Coward being the best player on the floor look like? I've heard a lot of people say that about Coward, and I'm just not sure what that means and what that looks like. I think that Cedric Coward is a player because of his measurables, because of the long wingspan and some of the things he can do from a vertical standpoint. I think there are some measurables there that, because they remind people of certain players, make them think that that's what Cedric Coward is and what, if he develops, he will become. But I'm not so sure that he'll be that type of player. I think a good Cedric Coward game is one where he controls the game on the defensive side of things and where he is guarding the other team in summer league's best player, right? So if it's the Kings, he's guarding Acuff. If it's the Jazz, he's guarding Peterson, and he is shutting those guys down. That's what I think of when I think of a best case scenario for Cedric Coward. But I'm curious, what does a good Cedric Coward summer league game look like for you, Rob?
Not 12 for 34 from the field.
Okay.
And from three, let's see, 6 of 21 from three. So that's under 30%. More mid-range stuff I'd like to see. I don't mind him shooting threes, but, you know, he shot that one in, I guess it was the first game, where he got the block shot, came down the court and knocked down a three. So he's doing it in rhythm, I think is good. Want to see more than one rebound. You know, I mean, we're talking about he had 8 in the first game, but he had 1 in game 2.
Game 2 against the Jazz, which was, correct me if I'm wrong, the Jazz were a bigger team than what the Thunder were in game 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, you know, we've been talking about it since the addition of Cam Boozer, that with your Edey, Boozer, Coward front line, about owning the rebounds, all of them, getting all of them. And so he needs more than one. The assists, you know.
Is he a playmaker, though? Like, I don't think of Cedric Coward as a playmaker.
I think Cedric's kind of in the same boat that Desmond Bane was a few years ago.
Yeah, and Bane's not a playmaker.
No, but I think they're trying to work on it, to ball handling a little bit more. You know, they've done that the last few years with guys, because, frankly, last year, I mean, when things were not as miserable as they ended up being, Cedric Coward, I think, you know, was thrown into that and being a sort of a playmaker as well. But nobody on the team, the biggest problem with the team was nobody could dribble. You know, I mean, you had Scottie Pippen Jr. could dribble. Ty Jerome can dribble a little bit, create his own shots.
And for most of the season, you were without both of those.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think they're putting Coward in a position to where he handles the ball more.
Okay.
And I think it's to get better, you know, to get better as a ball handler. So I just think that, you know, we were talking about it the other day, Roser and I were, that a lot of it's in Cedric's head, I think. I think Cedric is trying to be a leader, which is admirable. But I think he needs to stop worrying about that and just hoop. Just play the game. Because when you're comfortable, he's much better. And I'd like to see that a little bit more here in Las Vegas.
What are your expectations going into Vegas Summer League for the Grizzlies?
Well, if they play their best five, which would be Hendricks, Boozer, Omax, Coward, and Javon Small. Mm-hmm. Those are NBA guys. They should win games. I'm not saying they should win them all like they did the first game against Atlanta when they won by almost 40.
Oh, the Thunder game.
Or the Thunder game, sorry, yeah. And you know, but closer to that than what we saw. The last game, nobody played. So that's, you know, you kind of just, guys are getting experience. Good for them. But the second game against Utah, things didn't go as well. Didn't shoot as well from the three-point range as you did in the first game. You got out-rebounded in that game as well by 6 against Utah. So those are some things that I think need to be corrected a little bit. You need to rebound the ball better. And, you know, it felt like they were all on a string and had a great couple days of practice that first game against Oklahoma City because they looked so good. But came back again in the Utah game and did not look as good. I'd like to see them get back to how they looked in that first game. And that's everybody kind of on a string.
Robert, this is your first time on GCM since the 6-team trade news that sent D'Angelo Russell, A.J. Johnson, Isaiah Stewart, and a handful of picks into the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies have sent out a couple of players, most notably Santi Aldama, and a handful of picks as well. What are your thoughts? It was made official yesterday. Grizzlies PR officially put it out there that these players are officially on the roster. It's a bit of a roster crunch. What do you think about the offseason moves the Grizzlies have made so far?
I like them. I don't think it's a, you know, Zach Kleiman said it wasn't going to be a long rebuild. And I think they made some moves that show we want to not contend, but we're going to field a team out there that's going to be very competitive. And I think it's about two things: building a culture and building chemistry. You know, there are a lot of new faces and a lot of dudes are gone. So, you know, Lionel Hollins once told me that, you know, when it comes to chemistry and culture, those are things that need to be rebuilt every year. You don't just walk into camp and everything's fine and you have a culture built and you know, I guess if you have the same players for a handful of years, it's probably easier. But this is a completely different team. But I like it. I like the team that we've put together. I think we're building a culture of, I mean, with the addition of Stewart and the addition of Grant and the, you know, Zach Edey being in the fold and Cam Boozer being in the fold, I don't think this team's going to be scared of anybody. I mean, I think this is a team that they could build a culture pretty quickly on being a hard-nosed team that's going to fight you on the boards every night. And, you know, Coach Islo always talks about the possession game being the most important thing and having more possessions than your opponent. Well, a lot of that comes down to rebounding and also getting steals on the defensive end. I think those are the things that this team is going to have to do, and I think that's how they can build a culture. And, you know, I think they're not going to stand down to anybody. They're going to be tough. And, you know, I think just hearing from the players at this point, they're confident in themselves already. Mm-hmm. And talking about, you know, Boozer even made the point. Boozer, who's been here a week, is making the point that, you know, we're going to surprise a lot of people this year. Well, I think you got to. I'm intrigued by our starting lineup. I'm intrigued.
Intrigued. You sat up for intrigue.
I mean, Ty Jerome at the point, Cedric at the 2, Jeremy Grant at the 3, Boozer at the 4, and Edey at the 5. I mean, Jeremy Grant's a guy that averaged 18 points a game last year, and a guy that can get you 20 on any night. Said we want to see him improve from his rookie year to this year. Ty Jerome, we know he's a bucket getter. You know, we didn't get enough of a sample size from Ty Jerome, but what we did see was really impressive. I think we know what you want to get from Cam Boozer. To me, it still comes down to one guy, and that's Zach Edey. You know, unfortunately, last year, I thought going into the season it came down to one guy playing 65 games, and he played 20, and that's Ja Morant. Well, this year I go into this season thinking, well, this is a guy, Zach Edey's got to play 65 games. will I be disappointed again or not? I think a lot rides on Zach Edey. You know, it's tough to put the franchise on his shoulders. They're big shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's the guy that the Grizzlies' success will only go as far as Zach Edey goes.
There's been, I think, Drew Hill.
Although I'd like the depth there now, though, too.
Because Isaiah Stewart's behind and Quentin Post back as well.
I'd prefer Zach Edey being in there, obviously. But I think you have some nice pieces behind him that you'd rather have come off the bench than start. And that's just depends on how Zach Edey's going to be this year.
There was, I think Drew Hill had it in the Daily Memphian. I feel like there was that's where the article was. All these things have run together for me, so forgive me if I'm getting it wrong. But there was talk about somebody asked Cam Boozer, hey, how do you feel about being, basically, I'm paraphrasing, like the focal point on offense? How do you feel like having everything run through you? And Cam Boozer, good answer, you know, hey, that's something I have to earn, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I ask you, Rob, if you were the coach, if you were in the front office, would you be thinking, hey, let's go ahead and get this summer league stuff geared towards Cam Boozer getting comfortable in this system, because we're going to run everything through him? As good of a point guard as Ty Jerome is, he is, in my opinion, much better off ball, where he can just attack and score and don't have to think about necessarily facilitating or running anything. If he can dribble it up, give it to Cam Boozer in the high post, or give it to him at the top of the key right there at the three-point line, and then run around and do what he needs to do, I think that would fit better for his game. If you were in charge, Rob, would you be thinking about Cam Boozer, the facilitator, right now?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm thinking of Cam Boozer a little bit of everything. I mean, I would prefer Cam Boozer to just make the right play.
Yeah.
And I think he's that type of player, whether it's facilitating or scoring. You know, facilitating, if you can get open shots, I mean, you got to knock them down. And I think you got a couple guys that can knock them down. I think you can involve him in so many different ways that can just open shots up, can open up shots for himself. That he's got an all-around game. I don't think I'd focus on one thing I want to see from him, because I think he's got it.
Okay. All right. Teresa Walker's going to join us on the other side.
Yes.
We'll talk more Summer League with her. Also talk some Titans with her as well. You listen to the Jessica Benson Show.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. One exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details. The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefits, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Caleb Williams. He's the Madden cover boy, 2027. Nice picture. I like the skyline.
I believe first Bears player ever on Madden. Yeah.
Is this still a big deal? Is this a thing?
I don't think it's a thing anymore. I can't tell you who was on Madden.
That's what I was going to say. Like, okay, like there was a thing. It used to be a thing.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Welcome back, everybody. CJ, Rob, please be joined now by Teresa Walker. She joins us every Thursday. Teresa, how's the day going so far?
Bad. I'm on staycation. I'm not like Jess. I'm actually here joining you guys on my vacation. And to try to wake up this morning, I go to make my coffee thinking I could use the caffeine already. I hit the wrong button. And it's like, I can make this work. And I sipped it and it's like, this tastes like water. No, I need the medium dark roast that comes in and just smacks me in the morning.
You're on a staycation. What's the plan on the staycation?
Well, I'm recovering from wrist surgeries mostly, but got a little weekend getaway with the husband. So, gonna check out Mont Eagle, and there's some really great places up there. And I just love the student coffee shop that they've got on campus at Swanee, Sterling Coffee Shop. It's a cool little funky place.
Nice. I remember. I'll just talk about it. You're going to camp here with the Titans for in a couple of weeks. I remember covering training camp in the NFL when I covered the Rams. First of all, it amazes me that it starts in July. But what amazed me the most was when they'd have their two-a-days and they'd come walking back to the dorm, and I just remember the linemen having big bags of ice around their knees and around their ankles and around their shoulders. And then they go back in a dorm for a couple of hours, watch more film, eat lunch, and then they come out and they do it again. And I was like, these guys are insane. And it's 100 degrees outside, and I'm sitting there sweating like I don't want to be here. I don't want.
Wait, so did you go in the dorm?
I stayed at a hotel right down the street. But it was it was the most interesting thing I've ever had to cover, just because football's unlike any other sport, and how they can dictate and direct and how managed it is, and by the minute. And if you're not there, they don't care. They'll go on without you. So it's something that it's almost like going to school. You got to be on time, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Rob, I was never so glad as when the 2011 CBA got rid of two-a-days.
Yeah.
You know, they still do a second practice, but it's essentially a walkthrough during training camp. And that makes our day shorter for media. I mean, we would cover it, you know, you're doing a two-a-day training camp, it's taking you 12 to 14 hours to do that, because you have to be there so early, so late. And there was one time when the then Tennessee Oilers, 97-98, they had training camp at Tennessee State University. I got a dent in my car. I think one of the golf carts got carried away, and kind of, you know, it wasn't bad, just a little scrape, but it's like, those guys, they get in their golf carts and zoom back to their dorm as quickly as possible. It's a little scary. You did not want to get between them and their dorm rooms.
Absolutely. So the camp is the 28th of this month?
They report on the 28th.
Where is camp?
It's at the Titans headquarters, which since they moved into this current facility in '99, right after training camp that they did at their Bellevue practice facility, which was a glorified at the back of a doctor's building. Literally, it was just yeah, I don't know how they survived those 2 years. They moved into that facility. 1 year they've gone away for camp. 2006, they went up to Austin Peay. That was the year that they had Vince Young as a rookie, but that's every other year since, the 2000 season was the first camp there, but every year it's there. And they're going to be having joint practices against each of their 3 preseason opponents this year. That's a new wrinkle under Robert Saleh.
Yeah, I also hated at training camp having to drive to Macomb, Illinois. Like, what are we doing?
But like that's good because those fans.
I couldn't drive home at night.
No. But those fans in that area can come out and at the time see the Rams, right? Everybody might be Rams fans, might not be able to get to St. Louis for games and practices. Much the same way that there are people over here on this side of the state that are Titans fans that aren't going to make it to Nashville for games or anything like that. So if the Titans were to, not saying they should, Teresa, because I don't want you putting more work on yourself, man. You're doing the staycation. But if the Titans were to decide to do a traveling sort of training camp, do a training camp outside of Nashville, Middle Tennessee, I think that would really ingratiate them to the rest of the state. And it's supposed to be Tennessee's team. I would be in favor of it. I'm sorry, Teresa, but I would be in favor of the Titans moving training camp outside of the Middle Tennessee area.
I just remember the reception that this franchise got in 1997 playing at the Liberty Bowl. I'm not so sure at least part of this state would be quite so receiving.
I didn't say come here. I didn't say to Memphis. I just said, it's the Tennessee Titans. You could go to Johnson City for a camp. You could go to I don't know what the setup is, but you could probably build something out in Brownville, Tennessee, or Covington. Like, you could do that. They would love you in Covington. Maybe not in Memphis, but they'd love you in Covington. I think Memphis has gotten over it. Not all the way over it, but I think Memphis would be like, okay, they're here now. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. This is the 30th season for this franchise in this state. So, but I'll say this. I think that kind of barnstorming might be better if people cared about them, and coming off of a 4th season of losing records, I just, it's finding the sweet spot for that. And then it's such a movable circus. When they went to Austin Peay, it's like they're taking weights and this and that. And then there was a bug that went through the team. And so they had to do more IVs than usual for a hot training camp. And when I got that stomach bug, guess who didn't get IVs at her hotel room? That was a rough couple of days, boy. But if you're going to lose 10 pounds, whoo. Yeah, so it's just the NFL with the money that's involved, it's easier. Like the Grizzlies were here at Belmont for a few days last year to start their camp. It's easier, I think, for a basketball team to do that these days than it is football, because with football, I mean, the money is so huge. Not that it isn't in the NBA, but it's just that and all the equipment, and they're micromanaging things. I mean, the Titans and so many NFL teams have nutritionists, and these guys are coming off the field and their shakes and proteins and bars, you name it, and they're tagged. For 98 Jeffrey Simmons and, those kind of things. It's like, you better not grab the wrong shake. So it might be tough to do that on any college campus, no matter how it's geared for football.
You brought up the fact that fans seem to be not in love. I'm trying to put it as nicely as possible. Not in love with the Titans the past 3-4 seasons. I saw recently, maybe yesterday, a couple of days ago, CBS Sports had their offensive unit rankings, had the Titans second to worst there. They have Cam Ward there. He's the number 1 overall selection. They've made some moves in the offseason to get him some help. Why do you think that the Titans will be better offensively this year than last year, and why they'll be better than second to worst in the NFL?
3 reasons: Brian Dable, Cam Ward, Carnell Tate. I mean, and I could throw in Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, there's more talent. The top 2 leaders in receptions and touchdowns last year from the receiving room last year were rookies. Nothing against Alec Iamana and Chim DK, who was an all-pro as a returner. Carnell Tate is a much bigger guy. better hands. I mean, he was their top pick for a reason, right? Now, then you add Wan'Dale Robinson, who's a slot guy. You know, Calvin Ridley, at this point, if you get anything from him, that's just gravy. You know, he reworked his deal. He's back. He's not having to be depended on as the number one receiver. So I think that will free him up. And then, oh yeah, you still have Tony Pollard. You know, under the radar, the only other back in the NFL aside from Derrick Henry who has had at least 1,000 yards in each of the last 4 seasons. Now, 2 of those were Dallas. 2 of them were the Titans. So I understand the bad rankings. It's all based mostly on what happened last year. They try to mix in some of what was done this year. But, I mean, you can't. Watching Brian Daboll run the offense and calling it during the offseason practices, there's a difference. I've been saying it's like having adults on the field. You know, there was one session where they're doing a 2-minute drill at the end of a OTA that was open to us, and, you know, great throw by Ward to Tate, big catch. I mean, the arms are up out of the crowd, and he snags that ball, and they're celebrating because, you know, there's a couple guys, is it a touchdown? Ooh, it's a great catch. And Daboll's on the thing yelling at them, get on the ball, stop celebrating. It's a 2-minute drill. And I can't tell you, that was missed the last 2 years. That was just not here. So we have adults telling guys what to do, demanding, expecting, and then you have better talent. Cam Ward, yes, it's a 6 different season where he's got a 6 different offensive coordinator, but this is still a kid who is in there grinding every morning. The quarterback's coach gave a great example that, you know, they wanted to make, coaches had talked after the practice the day before, they wanted to make a change. He gets a call at 5:45 from Cam Ward, who the same play, hadn't talked to him about it, but he brings it up wanting to make an adjustment to that play. So you got a grinder in Cam Ward. You've got Carnell Tate, who has a similar work ethic. You know, yes, we need to see, but it's the NFL. If you're competent, an NFL franchise should be winning 6 games. That offense will be better. The defense certainly will. And they're going to be giving that offense a lot more chances with the ball. So I just see an offense that will be better suited to stay on the field and find the end zone more.
Are they still looking? A lot of money in cap space still.
That's the thing. Peter Skoronski, left guard, he got some all-pro votes this last year. He's a guy that everyone's like, okay, Jeffrey Simmons got his. When's Peter Skoronski getting his? So he's going into his 4th year of his rookie deal. Probably somebody who's getting an extension. But that's the thing. I mean, when you've been this bad, you can only spend so much money, and they led the league in spending in free agency, trying to bring in more help. So they don't have to go out and do anything, but I do think that it gives them some luxury. Depth in the secondary, still a big concern. So, but it's more do a deal with Skoronski, get through this season, and see what other holes you can fix by maybe bringing in a big pricey guy.
Cam Ward ready for a leap in year 2, in your opinion, from what you've seen?
I think so. It was funny. The first week of June, people were just panicking. Oh my God, he's not completing the short passes. What's up? His accuracy. Did you see what he did last year? And it's like, yeah, did you see what he was working with last year? Right. Brian Daboll and the quarterback's coach made clear they're working and learning an offense that has lots of options, all passing routes, the vertical tree, everything, the crossing, the shorts, everything has options. And if you're going to have options, a quarterback and a wide receiver, guys, they got to get on the same page. And that's what OTAs and camp is for, is to, when you do this, you're going here, I'll throw it there so that we can be on the same page. So the panic over those incompletions, oh, Cam Ward, is it too soon to talk about him being a bust? I mean, it's like, draw back the panic a little bit. I'm going to go back to that work ethic. And we saw some incredible, wow, scrambling plays that remind us of a guy named Patrick Mahomes. Well, Patrick Mahomes walked into a playoff team situation with the Chiefs. Cam Ward walked into a hot mess of the NFL. It's going to take a minute, but yes, CJ, I absolutely see a chance for him to make a jump this year. And the biggest stat to me that jumps out, he had 1 interception over his last 9 games. If that's not a sign of a quarterback starting to understand what he can do with the ball, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Teresa, I want to change gears for a second. It's been sweeping the nation, the World Cup. We're all soccer fans. We're all soccer experts now. But when you lose, somebody's got to be to blame. Who do we blame? Whose fault is it?
It's tough not to blame Christian Pulisic. I mean, did he even show up for this World Cup? They sit him out a game because of the calf, and he had a lot of time to rest. But when USA needed him against Belgium, did we see any of that experience? Any of that? Hey, okay, they got an early one. Slap somebody, do the Cher moonlighting moment, snap out of it. I know there's a lot of people wanting to blame the coach, but I mean, it just feels like he's a guy who, for so much promise, and we hear about what he does everywhere else except the World Cup or in a USMNT jersey. Yeah, I'm going to put it on him. Yeah, I know there's some people wanting to blame the coach. They're wanting to blame the president. They're wanting to blame, Bolligan because, he got his chance. What did he do with it? And it's like, come on, the guy carried you to that stage. Where were his teammates? So it's just, that's who I'm putting the blame on. And now, Team Norway, Holland.
You like Norway, Teresa? Is that your adoptive team? Because that's the fun thing for me about the World Cup. Like right at the start of it, we know, like the USA knows, the citizenry over here knows. We'll be lucky to get out of the group stage most of the time. We're probably not getting out of the round of 16. So I'm gonna cheer for the red, white, and blue. But everybody's got a second, third, fourth team that they're pulling for. And the interesting thing for me is seeing who everybody else cheers for, right? So you're on the Netherlands. You love you some Holland.
No, Norway.
I'm sorry, Norway.
Erling Haaland. Yeah. I just love this dude. I mean, the header he had the other day to help Norway advance, and the whole. I'm sorry, with the rowing, I'm all in. And watching some of the videos on IG, it's like me and my son are both in on Norway. We're all with Holland, and it's like, yeah, the English will find out that the Vikings are still around.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
So there's pro soccer in Nashville.
Yes, very good soccer.
The thing that CJ and I were talking before the show, it's like, every 4 years, it's the same story. Every 4 years we believe and we're excited about our team and then they lose. But during the course of the World Cup, I've heard it every 4 years. I've heard it every 4 years. Soccer's going to take off because of this. It'll take off because of the interest and everybody watching the World Cup. Is it going to take off? Has it taken off in Nashville?
I think it has. Now, it helps that this year, Nashville SC, they were competitive as an expansion franchise, and then they kind of retooled, and we're seeing the benefits of the new coach, some additional offensive players. They're atop MLS standings. They are the best in the league right now. They've got 4 All-Stars. They come back and host, I think, Atlanta a week from tomorrow. I do expect there to be some bleed over for MLS because it's been kind of steadily growing. The U.S. men's problem is more the fact that the whole youth system, it's so monetized. And, you have a good goalkeeper, which the U.S. could have used Monday. In Spain, they get them into a system at age 6. And they get them trained up so that they can be competing at the top levels. Here, it's like it's all about the money, baby. Travel teams and this and that and coaches and it's also split and decentralized that, there's physical talent in this country. It doesn't all play the NFL or the NBA. There's lots of physical ability. It's just, how do they tap it better for the top levels? That said, I'm expecting there's been a lot of interest in SC because of the start. They've got Hani Mukhtar, Sam Surridge. I mean, they've got guys. Somebody goes down, you're like, oh, they can't handle this, and then somebody else steps up and scores a hattie. So they are playing fun, offensive, exciting soccer over there at Nashville SC, and I'm gonna swing by next week and maybe work on a story on them getting back to work because they are that good. So keep an eye out.
Teresa, we were talking about it before the show, and you mentioned it. The way the youth soccer is done over here. I think a lot of people believe that, hey, if you fix that, then the USA will be able to compete with the Spains of the world, the Brazils of the world, whomever it may be, the top tier teams, France of the world. Over in Europe, the way it works is the clubs get money for every player they send to a team. So if you send a player to play for a professional team, that team pays you for that player's rights. And that's how the clubs get paid for the youth soccer. So there's more of an incentive on going out there, to your point, and to your point also, Rob, when we were speaking earlier, there's an incentive for those youth programs to go out and get good soccer players. Over here, the parents are the ones paying the soccer clubs. The parents are the ones paying, Rob speaks from experience, the youth soccer. And so there's the incentive then becomes not to get the good players, but to get the players whose parents are willing to pay. And when that changes, I think it'll help. It's not going to solve anything, though, because we aren't kicking soccer balls around at 4 and 5 years old. My nephew turned 3, and his mama bought him a miniature hoop, right? Like, that's what she bought him. She didn't buy him a miniature soccer ball to kick. She didn't buy him a miniature goal to get him soccer gloves. It was a miniature hoop. The young boys, the little boys over here in this country, when they get a certain age where it's like, hey, go outside and play with a ball, the ball we give them is basketball. The ball we give them is football. It's not a soccer ball. And until that changes, I'm not sure if we will ever catch on the way that people always talk, to your point, Rob, about, hey, every 4 years, this will do it. This will put us over the hump. Just you wait till this next generation of players. They've been inspired by this. They might have, but until they get a ball at their foot at 4, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, it's weird. You were talking about Erling Haaland. I mean, when we watched him play and see him play in the World Cup, I think the first thing that comes to mind is, boy, what sport would he play if he were American?
Yeah. Not he would be a great American soccer player. It's no. In our minds, it's not, we want this dude to play soccer over here. No, in our minds, yo, can you imagine him at the Y? At the Y running a curl pattern? He'd be Gronk Jr.
I thought he would be a great tight end, an incredible power forward on the court. And to your point, CJ, my son wasn't playing with any balls. He was playing hockey because there's a hockey team nearby. He destroyed my baseboards, hitting pucks against them. I have holes that have been patched in my garage from his hockey pucks. So so maybe is it just there's just so many options in this country, but that's the thing. We've got a nice population base, so we'll see.
Teresa, yes. I think we're all saying the same thing, and we're all in agreement here. There are a bunch of different things that need to be fixed. When I lived in Nashville, not sure if it's still this way, but there was a thriving Latino population, I want to say off Donaldson Pike. And it's just like, are those kids, was it Nolensville?
Nolensville, yeah.
Nolensville. Like, okay, why are those kids not out there? Because those kids have the ball at their foot. Those kids are playing soccer. We would go pick up soccer matches in that community when I was a teenager, right? Like, that community is about some soccer. So why are those kids not getting the premier training that kids whose parents have the thousands of dollars to spend, right? $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to spend a year on travel ball? Why are those kids the ones getting the training and not the kids who actually grew up playing with soccer? And that's why. And so until we change the way that we monetize youth sports and youth soccer, that it's going to be, this is the best we're going to be able to do. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and the teams you're supposed to beat are the smaller nations and the nations you can outspend because we're the richest or amongst the richest nations in the world. But when you play a true soccer country who spends what you spend, is always going to be a struggle, man.
Yep.
Teresa, last thing, and then we'll get you out of here. Summer League's been going on. I didn't realize how many players Rick Barnes in Tennessee had sent to the NBA, right? They threw this graphic up there. I was like, holy hell, there's a lot of those dudes up there. All of them are playing in Summer League. Is there a former volunteer that you've got your eye on in Vegas, or is there any player, not just volunteer, let's open up, any players you got your eye on when you think about the Summer League in Las Vegas coming up?
Well, of course, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Boozer because, very interested to see him. But Jacoby Gillespie, I mean, he's a guy who, local guy, and Tennessee was kind of his shot. And it's just amazing what Rick Barnes does. You want to look at how he said in March, he doesn't mind the way things are these days with NIL and the portal and such, because now he's like working 2 weeks and he's done on filling his, and he did that. He totally revamped his roster yet again this offseason. And I think that success of guys finding their way to the league, getting opportunities, because that's what people want. They want that opportunity to show what they can do. And he can point to that graphic and say, you see, it wasn't just Dalton Connect. It wasn't just this guy. It wasn't just Nate Ament. And there are all these guys who are getting their chances before the best. And that is the biggest selling point these days. But yeah, trust me, the median contingent in Knoxville is such that you can't not keep up with how all these former Rick Barnes people are doing.
All right, I got to ask you something about the Lady Vols, the new uniforms. Are you a fan?
Yes, I do like the Lady Vols and the focus, and I particularly like more the Summit Blue little highlights and stuff. It feels cleaner. And the biggest thing for Tennessee out of the whole combination, they're now the flagship program for Adidas. There's message boards in South Carolina. It's like, why didn't we get the rollout on social media that Tennessee did? It's because you're South Carolina and it's Tennessee. There's a difference. So, truth?
No, you're not wrong. I've been saying that about these SEC schools my entire life, but it's great to hear somebody acknowledge, like, okay, South Carolina, like, you're in this conference, but chill out, man. Like, we know where you rank in this. Take Steve Spurrier away. We know it. In that 1 year with Frank Martin that one time, Dawn Staley is awesome. But that 1 year with Frank Martin that one time, like, you're South Carolina, dog. Pump the brakes, chill out some.
Yeah, be thankful the SEC allowed you to join the league. So
and it keeps you. Be careful. Be thankful they keep you, man. Just don't talk all that mess, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Teresa.
Exactly.
We could talk to you all day. Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Tennessee's dropping dark mode looks today. So, I mean, they have been dribbling this out all week long, and there's nothing else to go on. So they're seizing the vacuum that is July sports right now.
Teresa, thank you so much for joining us. Like I was saying, we could talk to you all day. We're going to let you get back to your staycation. We'll talk to you next week. And as always, consensual hard hands.
Thank you.
Rob, you got to throw the hard hands up.
I got it.
Give Rob. There it is. There we go. All right, Teresa Walker, everybody. Thanks, Teresa, so very much. We got more fun to get to on the other side. We're going to preview quarterfinals of the World Cup. We're going to talk some about some WNBA news as well on the other side.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Everybody says about you, they're like, he wins at every level, right? He won in high school, he won in AAU, he won in college. Just explain to me how. Like, what is winning basketball?
I mean, I think it's just showing up every day. You know, I don't cheat the game. I show up at work, I have high energy, great coaching. First and foremost, I've always been surrounded by great coaches and players who really want to buy in and win. People talk about my winning, but You can't do that without a team.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Bennett, the NBA Cup Championship game next season is going to be played at historic Hinkle Fieldhouse on campus at Butler University. You tell me, some people are calling it a disaster. I would argue it's not only not a disaster, it's an improvement. The idea of let's take this cool new thing and put it in Las Vegas made sense on a very surface level.
Yeah. The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back in, everybody. No World Cup yesterday, but we got a quarterfinals match today, Rob.
Yeah, we do.
Some TV numbers came out yesterday as well. Oh, were they
good.
Pretty good, man. So we talked about the Team USA lost to, who'd they lose to?
Belgium.
That match drew 42 million viewers. By comparison, the NFL divisional round drew about 39 million. Numbers came out for England, Mexico yesterday. Over here, 44 mil.
See, I don't know how they come up with these numbers, because all I saw on television, there were huge parties everywhere in the streets with big screen TVs that thousands and thousands and thousands of people are watching all over the country.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you come up with that number, or packing a bar to watch it. So do we estimate that, or
I think they guesstimate, I guess.
They take that into account?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was watched by everybody, and everybody's a soccer fan. Everybody's now a soccer expert.
We've been soccer experts, Rob. Well,
And,
every 4 years we're soccer experts.
And I guess it hasn't quit, right? Even though the U.S. is out.
No, because again, Rob, we knew, citizens over here knew Team USA was going to get out at some point. So everybody had adopted at least one team.
Yeah.
And then Cabo Verde started going off. I was like, oh, no, we like them too. Yeah. So that's two. And then you realize, if you didn't adopt them, one of Mbappe, Haaland, Messi, one of them is really, really good, and you didn't realize it, so you adopted that team as well, right? So as long as the stars are still in and the stars are still in, we over here, man. We watching it.
Are you pulling for Morocco?
Sure, why not? Right? Like,
see, your interest is down. I mean, sure, why not?
Let me be clear. My interest is high. I didn't adopt the team. By the time it was all said and done, at the end of the match, the very end, I was a Cabo Verde fan for the last 10 minutes, right? Like that's the team that I ended up hopping on and adopting. So I don't really have a team. Watched every match, loved every single match I've watched, even the boring ones, even the ones that ended 0-0 or 1-1. So I'm here for a good time, Rob, and that's the best way for me to consume sports. Where it is, hey, I know enough to know what's going on. I don't know enough to actually be invested in anybody on either side from a player coach standpoint. So let me just sit down and watch some of the best in the world do their job.
I've bet on every World Cup game.
Every single one.
Everyone.
Are you going to bet on all of them? All, what is that, 103 World Cup games?
Probably.
Okay, turn up.
Yeah.
We up or down?
I would say down a little.
Okay.
Just it's so hard to bet soccer. Like today, for example, you have France minus 170 against Morocco, who's plus 500. So if the 170 is a big number that you won't win much. I mean, you got to bet a lot to win a little. So what do you have to do? You have to go France minus 1.5. But in soccer, 1.5's huge difference. I mean, 1-0 game, 2-1 game.
Rob,
they seem
I'm
to happen
surprised.
constantly. So it's hard. It's hard to bet and get the money. So like today, I'm betting France, parlaying it with a Mbappe goal.
That's a good one. I'm surprised that you're struggling the way that you are on the gambling side of things with this. When you sent me the thing about the sheep, just figure out which nation got the most sheep, Rob, because that's apparently that's the thing.
Every round of 16 match at the World Cup has been won by the nation with more sheep per square kilometer.
Every single one, every round of 16 match.
We don't have enough sheep.
That's what we need. We need more sheep. Now that you mention it, I've driven certainly all over the southeastern part of this nation, but I've gone through the Midwest a bit as well and driven through eastern parts of Texas. I've never seen a sheep.
Really?
I've never seen one. I've seen horses. I've seen various fields, corn, cotton, wheat, you name it, I've seen it. I've seen horses all the time. Seen potbelly pigs, seen regular pigs. I've never seen a field full of sheep. I've never seen a sheep farm. Now, that's our issue, Rob.
We don't have sheep.
Where the hell is sheep at?
It would help. It helped everybody else.
So using that metric, Morocco's supposed to win this thing.
Yeah.
Because Morocco got way more sheep than everybody per square kilometer.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that's going to be the case in this next round. Yeah, the more sheep you have, the better chance you got to win. Today's game, 3 o'clock. France minus 170 against Morocco. They're plus 500.
Is there a player that's left that you are most excited to see or believe in the most?
I think the guy, I mean, again, not being a soccer fan per se, just casual every 4 years, World Cup fan.
Yeah.
The best thing about this tournament is that the top goal scorers, the Golden Boot guys, top 4, you know who they are. You've heard of them. Mbappe, Messi, Holland. I mean, Kane. You know those 4, and you know who they are. So I think that's been fascinating.
We get Kane Holland, don't we? Kane Holland in the quarterfinals.
Is that right?
I do believe it's England and Holland.
It is.
Holland play for Norway.
Norway.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know he plays for one of those end countries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll get that, and that'll be great. And so that's still up for grabs, but I think it's cool that you have the names that are at the top. So like today you watch France, well, you're going to see Mbappe, and the way he's been playing, you expect him to score just because that's what he's done every game. And Messi the same way, which, I mean, I guess I never truly have appreciated Lionel Messi, but how can you not when you watch him play and he scores the big goals that he scores?
Yeah, man. Yeah, one of the premier goal scorers and premier goal scorers post 35 as well. I think I saw somewhere Messi, if you did the rankings on top goal scorers in World Cup history, Messi would be 1, somebody 2, somebody 3, somebody 4, and then Messi post 35 would be their top 5.
Did you see the tweet of the Argentina announcer calling the Messi goal?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
It's good.
Loses his mind.
It's so much fun watching them do it.
Everybody around him, he's screaming. He's like back in his chair, almost falling over, just going out of his mind. It was great. It was great to watch. But yeah, World Cup resumes today. Look forward to it.
Who you got?
I'm taking France today. I think I'm taking France overall.
Overall?
Yeah, they're the best team.
Okay.
Spain's a team that it feels like they try to play to a 1-0 win and just play defense. They're kind of boring in that way. I guess I like Argentina because of Messi. I mean, he's fun to watch. I don't know. Whoever I bet on, that's who I root for on a daily basis.
That's been. I think you're on to something. As a limited soccer watcher myself, on that Spain piece of it. Whereas it feels like France is going out there to get as many goals as possible. Argentina feels like going out there to get as many goals as possible. Up to this point, it's felt like Spain has been like, okay, we'll get a goal.
Well,
and
was
we'll
it
be fine.
Portugal, Spain the other day? All right, Portugal, Spain the other day. My bet on that one was Portugal to win or draw in the 90 minutes. To win or draw. And man,
wait, when did that goal come through?
92nd minute.
Okay, so you got it.
No, 92nd minute. They
because the extra time.
Spain took
So you get win or draw in 90 minutes, which means before we go to overtime.
Extra, yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So I got I got beat on that in the 92nd minute. And there were 3 minutes left.
Three.
And I win that bet. And I thought, I was like, wow, that's just great. 2 favorite bets that I made was that one, and the other one was Cape Verde, when I bet that at halftime when they were tied, and I bet them to win in penalty kicks, and it was like 15-1. And I was like, oh, this is great. And then, then it all fell apart.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So we got France, Spain, France and Morocco tonight, and we'll talk about the weekend's games tomorrow, and we'll talk about it on Odds Couple at 2 with Coach Carl.
That's right.
So don't want to miss that. It's a great soccer conversation on Odds Couple. Love us some Coach Carl. WNBA news and notes. The WNBA, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. WNBA All-Star starters were announced on Sunday. And it's the people who we sort of expected. It's great. Olivia Miles missed it by this much, if I remember correctly. But the voting came out for how people voted on the content for the All-Stars. So it was a 3-tier voting. So fan vote, player vote, media vote.
Right.
And so Caitlin Clark, I think she was like 4th with the fans from a guard standpoint. I think she was like 4th with the fans and then like 5th or 6th with the media. She was 11th. She was 11th with the players. Candace Parker talked about it yesterday on her podcast, and like we didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier in the week. We're going to talk about it right now because I say what you want to about Caitlin Clark. She's not the 11th best guard in the WNBA, Rob.
No.
The way we are treating Caitlin Clark is really baffling to me. And it's one side that is upholding her as this premier white woman, and this other side is reacting to that with just all of the vitriol, which I can understand that part. But to have her 11th is wild, Rob.
It's I'm really down on the WNBA right now.
Oh,
in fact, the Fever played the Sparks last night. It was on television. Instead, I watched the Diamondbacks and Padres. That's how down I am on the WNBA right now. I just don't. They're reminding me of when Major League Baseball is going through CBA negotiations, how much baseball players hate each other, they hate the owners, they hate the rules, they hate everything about baseball, and they say it very publicly. And it's as a fan of baseball, it just sickens me to where I'm like, I just want to watch the game, and I want you all to shut up. And it's feeling that way with the WNBA right now, that there's just, as Candace Parker called it, crazy. You've got some insecurities if you're sitting down and putting Caitlin Clark as the 11th best guard. You all need to go to a therapist. I agree. I agree with her. I like rough play, and I like physical play, and I like the fact that Caitlin Clark doesn't back down from it. She's kind of a trash talker herself. But what are we doing? Why I'm getting sick of every time there's an interview with someone from the WNBA, they're crapping on the commissioner of the sport. They're crapping on each other. They're crapping on Caitlin. They're crapping on Angel Reese. If you're a Caitlin fan, you can't like her. And it's like, what are we doing? The game is in its best point it's ever been. Ever. Agree?
Yeah.
Best it's ever been. And a big part of that, whether they will like it or not, is Caitlin Clark. When Caitlin Clark came into the league, they now fly on private jets. They now are making a lot more money. She had a huge impact because of the fans that she had at Iowa and her run in college. I mean, we were looking at her in college as one of the best players to ever live in college basketball. Then she goes to the WNBA. Is she the top guard in the WNBA? No. Is she 11th? No, that's stupid to say she's 11th. But it's like this hatred of just bitching about everything. It's driving me crazy, and I can't stand it, and I wish you all just get along.
Well, I don't want them to get along. I like the hard fouls.
I do too.
And it's not just, and I think
But we don't need an investigation every time there's a hard foul.
I think that is where the pushback is coming in at. Where it is, hey, she's not the only one getting the hell beat out of her in this league.
Right.
Angel Reese got put in a legit chokehold and drugged to the ground maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before the whole Alyssa Thomas, Caitlin Clark thing popped off. The private jets, the money increase, absolutely Caitlin Clark had a piece to do with that. And I'm not trying to take anything away. We're having a responsible conversation about this situation.
Yes.
Because on the other side, it would be real irresponsible. But like there are other women in this league that are also great, that are also helping to drive those numbers. And if you look, I got it pulled up here. If you look at the fan voting, and this was unthinkable when Caitlin Clark, for me, when Caitlin Clark first came in this thing, it's like, oh, Caitlin Clark's gonna get the most fan votes every single year. But you look at fan voting, Caitlin Clark behind Paige Beckers, right? You look at the numbers, and the lead Caitlin Clark had, I think when Caitlin Clark first came in the rookie season, MVP vote, not MVP voting, but all-star voting, I think if you added up like the 3rd through 10th players in all-star voting, I'm not sure if they added up to what Caitlin Clark was getting, right? Like she was that far ahead of everybody else from a just popularity standpoint. Well, now you look up, and this is awesome, because people came in to see Caitlin Clark, they were like, oh, this phenom, I need to sit down and watch them. They've branched off to some other players because these companies have seen, oh, we can market and sell shoes that women are wearing, or market and sell these women in sports. You get the A1s. So you get Asia Wilson, you get Paige Beckers, you get some of these other athletes that are playing in the WNBA getting notice and getting attention from the regular population, the regular people. I think Caitlin Clark wants to help grow the W. Absolutely. I don't think Caitlin Clark wants to be a voice on either side of this thing. She really walks that line pretty finely. She ended up playing last night. The Fever lost, and fans of anybody, not anybody, but anti-Caitlin Clark fans will say, oh, Caitlin came back and they lost. You see there? And there's a bit more.
They're 2-0 without her, you know.
If they don't learn how to defend consistently, that team's going to get packed up real quick. They allow in losses, at one point in time, they're allowing over 100 points per game in losses. In wins, they're allowing like 80 points per game. Does Caitlin Clark need to be better on defense? Absolutely. Has she been a cone at times on defense? Absolutely. But the rest of them chicks have been cones also, right? Stephanie White has some things to figure out. Again, having a responsible conversation. I got to get back to the Caitlin Clark piece of things. She's a lightning rod and does not want to be and does not know how to make it not so. When we talked about it before the show, we got literal Ku Klux Klan members. This is whatever this generation's Ku Klux Klan is, the little Proud Boys walking around in uniforms with the white mask on. We've got them on subways, riding around in D.C., marching in D.C., waving Confederate flags, right? Like that. We've got that going on right now. And that side has taken Caitlin Clark to be a symbol of white purity and whiteness. And then you've got this other side like, oh, no. We do not like y'all, and understandably so, and rightfully so. We should not like Klan-adjacent groups, right? Like, we should not. But they've taken it to say, oh, that's y'all's symbol? Well, we're going to attack that symbol. And Caitlin Clark's like, yo, when the hell did I become the symbol for this? I don't want to be the symbol for this. I don't. So Caitlin Clark in her availability mentioned like, hey, I thought the Alyssa Thomas stuff, I thought it was unnecessary. I thought it should have been called on the court, but nobody should be dealing with hate. And it was like, oh, okay. I thought, okay, that's a fair statement, right? I'm paraphrasing basically, but she said, hey, she thought it was a foul. She thought it was something that should have been addressed on the court. She thinks Alyssa Thomas was wrong for doing that. But in the same breath, she said, but that's not a reason to threaten somebody's life. That's not a reason to be hateful. So I took that as like, oh, okay, cool. I'm good to go. I hopped online and it was, why didn't she say anything about racism? It's like, she said hate. What? It's all types of hate. What are we talking about? Why are we mad at her for that? It is really, really weird what we've made Caitlin Clark a symbol for. And she doesn't want to be that, and she's not a symbol for that. She's just a basketball player, man, and it's basketball games. WNBA, they have a bunch of fiery, competitive people. That's what makes the league so much fun to sit down and watch. Because you think Skylar Diggins Smith, excuse me, you think she's not fiery? Think she's not competitive? You think she won't elbow somebody in the throat if it means? She hates her
team now, though, too.
Oh, and that's a great story.
It's all hate. I mean, there's a lot of hate in the WNBA.
I love that story because there are a lot of. I live off of it. I live for the hate, Rob. So I feed off of it. And now, you don't have Skylar Diggins coming off the bench for the Sky? What?
Yeah.
Let's get after that.
And now a group of 11 Republican lawmakers have sent a letter to the WNBA commissioner demanding that the league take accountability for multiple attacks against Caitlin Clark. Oh, my God. Are you serious?
Dumbasses.
We're doing this? I mean, don't we have many better things that we could put our attention to? I feel the same way about college football right now and all of the politics getting involved. And I mean, I don't care about any of that stuff. Just get me 6 weeks from now on Saturday when the football season starts. I want to see the games. I don't care about all this stupid, is the NIL fair? We need a collective bargaining. We need a union. We got to, what? It's college football. Just play the damn games. It's the WNBA. Just play the damn games. If there's a hard foul, there's a hard foul every night in the NBA too.
No, there's not. Stop it, Rob. There's not. Not in that soft-ass league. No, it's not. It's not
really?
Every night. Not Rob, every night?
Well, most nights.
Most nights?
Yes, there's a hard foul.
Occasionally, Rob, I'll sit down and see a hard foul. I'll say in like 35% of regular season games, I'll see a hard foul.
Oh, no.
It's more than 35?
More than 35,
If you say so.
Yeah.
Just to clarify and clean something up, I said Olivia Miles just missed the cut. Olivia Miles did end up making All-Star starter.
Oh, okay.
So as a rookie, Olivia Miles is an All-Star starter. She'll be on the same team as Aaliyah Boston, Jessica Shepard, Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Clark. And on the other side, you'll have Asia Wilson, Kelsey Mitchell, Paige Beckers, Gabby Williams, Natasha Howard. Those are your WNBA All-Star starters. If you heard those names, you will have heard 3 Indiana Fever players mentioned. Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark. Why the hell are they where they are? Why
no love for Kelsey Plum this year? Do we not like her either?
That's another one. Kelsey Plum was, I think, 5th in fan vote, 6th in media vote, 12th in player vote. Azzy Fudd, I think, was 4th in fan vote, like 7th in media vote, 28th in player vote. 28th, right? Like it's some of these sometimes. And if it was the NBA, I think that we take the players placing a player with that large a discrepancy as, the players know something we don't know. Right? Because we believe men, we don't believe women. Maybe these women just know things we don't know just yet. So I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Fudd was 4th in fan rank, 15th in media rank, 28th in player. Kelsey Plum, 6th in fan, 5th in media, 12th in player. So, yeah.
This is so petty.
Is it petty?
I think it's,
yeah. You think it's petty with all of them?
I don't know.
You think it's petty with Fudd? Or do you think Fudd fans are just enamored with that player?
Could be that.
Okay. Go find out. WNBA All-Star Game. Going to be a whole lot of fun. Look forward to it. Got some WNBA action as well.
Punched in the throat again.
She didn't get punched in the throat either. Rob, I watched that game live. I watched everything live. I watched that play happen and was like, oh, okay. Didn't think anything of it. Didn't even know it was a blip on my screen. Went to bed, woke up, and all hell had broken loose. I was like, wait a second. They got the picture with you see all the muscle definition in Alyssa Thomas's triceps. Holy hell, what the hell was AT on? What did she do? Went back and watched the play. I was like, what? You guys slowed that down, freeze framed it, and y'all did a little airbrushing to make that look more menacing than what it was. But whatever.
That's what we are in the WNBA now. That's
good stuff.
Sad.
I enjoy it. I enjoy the sports hate, not the homophobic and anti-black stuff that's coming. Don't like that at all, Rob. No. Believe it or not, I'm anti-Proud Boy. Just so you know. We got theater news coming up. Meant to ask Teresa about Dolly Parton. I'll talk to Rob about the Dolly Parton musical and more on the other side. Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
The Grizzlies are on their way to a new era, and now's the perfect time to buy in and secure your seat to witness history. With the 2026-27 half-season tickets, you can see the future take shape in real time. With a talented draft class joining our young core and starting this season, half-season ticket holders can own the moments with all new MVP benefit, including inside access to exclusive events, perks that match your passion, and rewards that take your fan experience to the next level. More information, visit grizzlies.com/tickets or just call 901-888-HOOP or grizzlies.com/tickets.
Like I told you, Wemby's the favorite to win Finals MVP. If he does it, he'll become just the 4th human to win Finals MVP in the NBA before turning 23 years old. Who are the other 3?
Oh, my God. Did Kawhi do it?
Kawhi Leonard did do it.
I thought so.
At the age of 22.
Magic?
Johnson, at the age of 20, stay in San Antonio.
Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan. At the age of 22, it was 1999.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Take your seat at the heart of Grizz Nation with a 2026-2027 season ticket membership. You can experience all the action of the Grizzlies season with the best ticket prices, exclusive benefits, and access reserved for the most loyal fans. Be a part of what's next and be there for every towel-waving moment to come. Visit grizzlies.com/season tickets to see the full list of pricing, perks, and benefits and become an MVP today. Welcome back, everybody. CJ and Rob, one more second. The Emmy nominations came out, Rob. Emmy noms, it's TV. It's not TV Tuesday, it's Theater Thursday. But they give out, made for TV movies and certain specials get Emmy noms as well. Taylor Swift got nominated for Emmy for the Eras Tour. You saw the Eras Tour.
I saw it, yeah. I saw the real concert in Nashville.
All right.
Went and saw Taylor Swift. And one of the best shows I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And it better have been because of what I paid for tickets. The movie was a lot cheaper. But I saw the movie as well. And,
did you sit in the movie and think, oh, this will get an Emmy?
No. Although I thought it was a great depiction of a concert that she did. I mean, it was a concert that she did, but it just the camera work and everything, it was a big production. I thought it was really good. I mean, it was like seeing her in concert again, especially in a movie theater, and it was good. So I'm not surprised that she got Emmy nominations.
Five Emmy nominations for Taylor Swift for the Eras Tour. Yeah. I forget the full government name of the I think it's
Eras Tour final show.
Yeah. Big gift for her. So yeah, big wedding. Rob, I think we're gonna get a Taylor Swift wedding docuseries. Really? Wedding Day. You gonna go see that?
Taylor Swift Wedding Day?
Yeah. You gonna take the kids to go see Taylor Swift's big day?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay.
Wait till that comes out. Disney or something. Yeah, I'll wait. I've seen it now. I've seen it twice, and I don't need to see it again.
You seen the wedding?
No, I've seen the concert twice. I don't. That's a little too. I mean, what are we going to show at the wedding?
I don't know, Rob. I'm sure she had a team of videographers that were there.
Yeah, their wedding video is better than anybody's ever made.
Way better.
Might not be nominated for an Emmy if they do put it on television. Probably would work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dolly Parton is getting on Broadway, musical, little jukebox joint. There'll be the Dolly Parton classics. There'll be some new songs as well incorporated into the musical. It'll debut on her 81st birthday. Are you excited about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You
a
big
huge-
Dolly Parton fan?
Big Dolly Parton fan. Yeah. I was even going to wear my Dolly Parton shirt today, but I forgot.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no, big fan of Dolly Parton. She's lovable. Who hates, I mean, of all the hate we've talked about today, who hates Dolly Parton? There are people probably.
There's somebody
but
hates
they're
Dolly
stupid.
Parton.
I mean, that's ridiculous if you hate Dolly Parton. No, it'll be cool. She said, her whole life has been a musical, and the music would be great.
I think she said something about it being did she say Grand Ole Opera musical?
Yes.
Okay.
A Grand Ole Opera, really, and I can't wait to present it to you on Broadway at the St. James Theater starting on Monday, December 7th, with the official opening on January 19th, which is her 81st birthday. She's looking great for 81.
Yeah, man.
And she's a treasure.
And she's active still, in addition to sending kids books, which is awesome.
Although the government's shutting that down.
What?
Yeah.
So the government hates Dolly.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we know who hates them, and I agree with you. They're stupid. You said it, Rob. Not me. I just agreed. You said it. You called the government stupid. She's got the gas station that's opening up to sort of rival Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
If you if you get off of the exit on the interstate, you are on a 9-hour road trip. I don't know why, but you are. You pull off the exit and you see Dolly's gas station and Buc-ee's. Which one are you going to?
Well, I'd go to Dolly's just for the first, because I've never been.
Yeah.
So I would go to see what the experience is like and see if it's like Buc-ee's. But then on the drive back, I'd probably go to Buc-ee's. I'm a big Buc-ee's fan.
Rob, I know.
Who isn't? Well, again, there are people.
There are people.
Stupid people.
There are people. They're stupid. Song she must do. Song that you're excited to see done in the musical.
Jolene.
Okay.
It's one of the greats.
All right. Do you think Jolene is in the musical?
Yeah.
You think so?
100%.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. I'll go see it. I'll go see Dolly.
Let's go.
Fan of Dolly. Shout out Dolly Parton.
Shout out Dolly Parton. Shout out you, Rob.
Hey, I'll be back tomorrow.
You'll be back at 2. What do you mean?
Yeah, today
we'll
at 2
be
for
back
the
here.
odds couple.
We'll
Tune
be
in for that.
We'll be previewing World Cup.
Yep.
We'll be talking about the U.S. Open. We'll be Wimbledon. Is that what it is? Is that not U.S. Open?
No.
No, Wimbledon's over there across the pond. So we'll do Wimbledon. Forgive me. Coach Carl will join us. We'll talk some baseball as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
So that's coming up at 2. You'll be back here with me at 8 tomorrow.
That's right.
For that, Gary Parrish is coming up at 10 today. So we'll have all of that plus so much more. It'll be fun for you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Rob, for joining us.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
Teresa for joining us. Thank Jacob downstairs. Thank you guys for watching. It's been awesome. Yeah, everybody take care.